So we got Mr. Gupta doing a huge disservice by laying out the Twitter algorithm for two reasons. Number one, Elon Musk most likely withdrew any important information from it, given the fact that he waited so long. Anything that would have been compromising to Twitter, which is his company, is probably not in these files. But secondly, now that people know what the algorithm does, they're going to start to game it. So you're going to see a lot of unnatural reaction from people. You're going to see people removing followers. You're going to see people doing a lot of stuff just to try to push themselves up, which is going to do what happened with YouTube back in the old days when a lot of creativity was destroyed because people figured out it's like, oh, so if we upload like 5 or 6 smaller videos rather than a large one, it benefits the algorithm. And then people just started shotgunning like videos, spamming. This is what happens when people figure out what makes the algorithm tick. But anyway, right, so apparently number one is something that everyone knew. Likes, retweets, and replies. So each likes is going to give that tweet a 30 times boost, each retweet a 20 times, and each reply only once. So if you see a tweet and you click like on it, it actually is more valuable than a retweet. And if you click like and retweet, you're helping that particular tweet become more viral. This is why a lot of people feel like they're shadow banned. This is why myself included felt like I was shadow banned. Links hurt unless you have enough engagement. Generally, external links get you marked as spam unless you have enough engagement. So in other words, if you're a content creator and you keep linking to your videos, or you're linking to articles or news sites or anything else, it does count as spam. So a lot of people have been shadow banned because they were linking stuff. Again, I'm pointing it out that a lot of people are going to change their behavior on Twitter because of this. So you may have followed someone that was linking to interesting stuff in the past. However, now they're going to stop doing that because, well, my algorithm. Images and videos help. Both images and videos give you a twice boost. So this is why a lot of content creators, especially VTubers, when they have a stream, like let's say I'm having my birthday stream today. Did you see what I did there? Like a smooth snake oil salesman. But if I'm having my birthday stream, I don't just post the link, because if I post the link, then it's marked as spam. So what I can do instead is I post the thumbnail, and then I post the link in the reply. And that works. Mutes and unfollows hurt. Right? So this is probably one of the reasons that all of these journalists and people from the comic book industry were sharing block lists. Like, they probably figured that out. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a connection to Twitter and they say, hey, if you block these people, you're going to hurt their engagement. So they created block lists. There are many occasions when a person was blocked by someone else without ever interacting. So yes, if you get mute, if you get blocked, if you get unfollowed, if you get spam or abuse report, it's going to limit your engagement. Apparently, the blue check mark extends the reach. This is something that Elon Musk also said, and this is something that we knew before Elon Musk even came to Twitter. Misinformation is highly downranked. Anything that is categorized as misinformation. So, for example, you have here like the Ukrainian crisis topic, hateful things, genetical misinformation. So they have like this list of things that they consider misinformation. And if you post it, you're going to get incredibly downranked. But this one is the most interesting. So apparently the algorithm clusters you into groups of people, right? So people that have like the shared interests. And this is why when you go on Twitter, you interact with pretty much like the same people after a while. Like you kind of notice, you get a vibe of the type of people you're going to interact on Twitter. And it's because the algorithm puts you in this list. Now what's interesting is that if you try to post outside of your interest group, you get downranked. So posting outside of your cluster hurts. If you do out-of-network content, it is not going to do as well. That's why hammering home points about your niche works. So it encourages people to stay in their little bubble. This is pretty much what Twitter is. And I think like it's true with a lot of social media websites. Like they want people to have their little circle where they agree with each other. And if you post outside your circle, that's bad. This one is interesting and I didn't know, but making up words or misspelling hurts. Words that are identified as unknown language are given 0.01, which is a huge penalty. Anything under 1 is bad. So like if you misspell or if you make up a word, if you do the kavifi, it's really bad for your reach. And apparently there was another thing. I don't think like Gupta talks about it, but I have seen it discussed in another place that if you spend more than 2 minutes on a tweet, right? So if you're engaging with it, then you're going to get more from that person. Which is why a lot of journalists were abhorred when they were starting to get messages and tweets from people they don't like. And it was because they were engaging with them. Like literally the algorithm is like, oh, you're spending more time on this website screaming at this person. Well, here's 10 other people similar like him, so you can scream at them as well because you like spending time like that. And I remember like the journalists were very upset about this, but I was like, that's literally how business works. Right? Like if you're a rager, if you enjoy screaming at the internet, then the platform is going to be like, okay, well, here's 10 more people you can scream at. Because the business is about you staying on the platform. The business is not about you necessarily having pleasure, right? Like what the business tries to do is to make sure that you're not disinterested or bored or that you leave the place. If you use it because you're happy or you use it because you're angry, the business doesn't care. You're using it. So yeah, that's good marketing strategy. But it confused a lot of journalists because I was like, well, I don't like talking with these people. Like I don't like engaging with them. Like why do I keep getting similar opinions? It's like, well, because despite the fact that you don't like, you spend an awfully amount of time just arguing with them. Also, here's another one which is very interesting. The follower to following ratio matters. So following way more people than follow you hurts. In other words, I guess, if you're like an average user that doesn't produce content, but you follow a lot of people, then your tweets don't really have engagement. But if you're a content creator, like you're a journalist or a Twitch streamer or a VTuber, you're going to have more followers than you follow. So based on that particular ratio, your tweets are going to get more promoted. Right, so what I take from this is don't make misspelled. Right? Be very careful with how you word things. Don't use links to the outside of Twitter if you can help it. Like, just try to keep it within Twitter if you want to have engagement. Don't get blocked or muted, reported for abuse or spam. And also try to have more people that follow you than people that you follow. I personally will not care about the second one. I think it's ridiculous. If I find someone interesting, I follow. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh my god, my engagement. Oh, my engagement on Twitter is so important. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I will see you for my birthday stream. There's going to be a link into the pinned comment as you scroll down, and it will take you there. And hopefully we can have some fun and we can discuss more entertaining things. See you guys.